This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, miniatures, and paints, discount prices at miniaturemarket.com.
Well, this is our game, Batman the Animated Series Gotham Under Siege. It's a Richard Launius game here with IDW Games. It's a 45 minutes to about an hour. It's a little bit lighter threat management game where you play as 1 to 5 heroes and you roll dice, and then you'll allocate them either to your abilities to beat up the thugs and ninjas and henchmen out in the streets, or over here to the story elements that are there for that act. And it is based off the animated series, and each of these 4 acts in the game is based on a different episode from season 1 of Batman the Animated Series. So the goal of the game is get through 4 acts and still have all your buildings and your human civilians still standing. The second you lose too many of those, the game's over. And it's completely cooperative. You're not facing anyone but the board. But we've got lots of villains, 4 different villains, starting with Scarecrow over to Joker. Then it's the Penguin and the Joker teaming up, and finishing off Act 4 with Ra's al Ghul coming to blow up Gotham.
How does the buildings come into play?
So there are 4 areas, sort of 4 battlefields in the game: the north, south, east, and west. But you can also move to the rooftops. And when you're on the roof, you're considered to be in every single one of the battlefields. So you can take out a couple of these cardboard tokens, come over and beat up Mr. Freeze, and then maybe drop off these ninjas over here. So there's a lot of flexibility if you're on the rooftops, but there is a resolution phase where if you're on a specific battlefield, you can do a little bit extra. So it's kind of a dance of jumping up to the rooftops and then down. And at the end of each act, if there's still bad guys out in the field, they'll start taking out buildings. So you'd remove one if it is destroyed. And then underneath on these city block tiles, there's it's going to hurt your resources. And this is basically how you lose the game. If you have too many explosions or too many casualties, you've lost the game. So this flips over, and as you get through the game, you're choosing different buildings to blow up, and that has a real nice look to it. And you can see a very clear visual of how the game is going. Okay, we still have 5 buildings out, we're doing okay, but as they start falling, there's almost nowhere left to stand, and you get a bad feeling that things aren't going your way. Luckily, hopefully there's a couple left by the time you're done with the 4th act, but it wouldn't be fun if you couldn't lose sometimes too.
True.
Yep.
When is this available?
We're hoping it'll be in stores the first week of September, and it'll MSRP for $50. So keep an eye out for it. Oops.